quite a few. Huh? All right, so you're up.
Thank you. Good evening, families. We'll just wait till that number slows down, but it's great to see so many people joining us today. While we're doing this, I can practice share my screen. We're going to get this right in the first time. Yes. Can they still see me? All right, good evening, Cunningham families. I'm excited to get started tonight. Welcome to the start of the Cunningham Open House with our virtual start. We're glad you took the time to either watch us live right now or through a recording later. I want to start by saying thank you to Milton Access for providing us access to this webinar. My name is John Redden. I'm the principal here at the Cunningham School. This is my 10th year here, landmark year, and I'm happy and I feel very privileged to work at the best school. I am in my 10th year only because of the most amazing staff that I have the privilege to work with every single day, and you will hear from some of them shortly. Ms. Cadigan is the face and voice of the Cunningham School. She's on here now. The office can get busy and she's always smiling, supportive to both faculty and families, whether it's on the phone or in an email. Mrs. Butler, who I've worked with since day one in many different capacities since my first year at the Cunningham School. The best assistant principal you can have. I'd like to thank them both for being here today, especially Ms. Cadigan, who did not have to be here, but really appreciate it. And they'll both be around later today, this evening as well. And as you can see, different people are being promoted right now because they will be speaking with you. So I'll definitely do introductions for them as their slides come up. So each year I sit with the Site Council Committee, which consists of teachers and parents, to seriously think about how to make the most of this administrative time that we have for open house. Should I bring everyone to the cafeteria? The downside of that is there's always a huge bottleneck. Should I do it by grade level? Downside to that is I lose many families, particularly the families that are in the older grades, something like you've heard it once, you kind of have already heard it all. So I'm so glad today we're going to try this recording, and if families aren't here, they can watch it later, because in my mind, if you're not here right now, you've definitely carved out 30 minutes in the near future to watch this presentation. So thank you again for being here. But in all seriousness, I know that the reason why I feel like I need to compete is because you are really interested in hearing from the amazing Cunningham staff, and I do not blame you. It's hard to compete with the exciting and engaging educators that work here at the Cunningham School. One benefit of open house in October is that your students have likely come home many times speaking about their day and the things that they did with their teachers or their classmates. They've likely mentioned new things that they have learned or friends that they have made. Cunningham staff work hard to provide learning environments where students are safe and comfortable to take risks and excel academically and socially. Many teachers have been here preparing since 7 o'clock this morning. And when you walk into the school, I want you to know that this is not a show for open house. These classrooms and these hallways always are presented with student work, the things that students are doing, learning, because we want to, yes, share it with you when you're in the building, but also highlight and celebrate the work and the accomplishments of each of our students. You'll also hear from our new adjustment counselor, Ms. Hemrick, who's here today, on how she is supporting not just the specific students, but each classroom with our social emotional learning activities. And we're bringing back some of the things that we we've been doing, but done in different ways due to the pandemic around positive behavior interventions. So we're very excited to be bringing some of those things back, and hopefully your students have been bringing home some of these. And if they haven't, they're leaving them in their desk because they're can't wait for their names to be pulled for prizes from the office. And finally, I started by thanking families for trusting us to provide rich experience for your child each and every day. Your support of the Cunningham School and the Milton Public Schools goes a long way. You will hear from some parents today about the ways you can support Cunningham. Whether you can dedicate a lot of time or you have a particular passion or skill set, your support is very much appreciated. Because at Cunningham School, we want to recognize and celebrate and appreciate all of the diverse viewpoints and perspectives. We embrace and seek feedback on how we can do and be better while highlighting the experiences that we are proud of. This is continuous work, and we are proud to engage in this collaboratively amongst ourselves here at the Cunningham School, but also with the community. So again, thank you for being here, or thank you for watching. Tonight, you're gonna have an opportunity to reach out if you have any questions from Mrs. Butler, myself, and again, Ms. Cadigan. And I'm gonna go through a quick presentation. And if we don't have a time at the end for question and answers, just know that this will be sent out to families if you're here live, and we will be here tonight when you come into the building. This is our Milton Public Schools vision statement. I just want to quickly take us through this evening. So right now, we're going to quickly go over welcome introductions. I'm going to go through the PowerPoint, which has some Cunningham expectations, curriculum work, opportunities for families to get involved, and just quick housekeeping towards the end. The classroom presentations, I know you've received multiple emails about the classroom presentations. We want to continuously try to provide the best opportunities, particularly for families that have different presentations that they need to attend. So that's the reason for some of the modifications that we made sort of late in the game today. So from 7:05 to 7:20 will be the first presentation, 7:25 to 7:40 will be the second presentation, and 7:45 to 8 will be the third presentation. And then, so to make sure that this building is ready for students tomorrow, we do need to leave promptly, staff included, at 8 o'clock. So it's not us being rude, that is sort of what we need to do so that the school is ready for tomorrow. We have a list here of some important school personnel from the whole district. I added one email because we have a new nurse, Ms. Kiana Spalding, but I don't want people to email Kay Spalding because that will go to a completely different person. We want to make sure that everyone's familiar with that email. I don't think we've been having too many bounce backs so far, but that's the only reason why her email is in there. Everyone else, first initial, last name at miltonps.org. Speaking of Ms. Spalding, I'm going to introduce Ms. Spalding now to speak to her slide.
Okay, so here we have the COVID-19 information. Obviously, I'm sure there's a lot of questions doing with COVID-19 because our ultimate goal is to have kids in schooling, in school learning. The biggest question I've been getting is about this test and stay program, which the date is Tuesday, the 12th. And the test and stay option, I need to be clear, is for in-school close contacts or any students that might be symptomatic while in school as well. They will be tested here as well. As far as COVID goes, we're still following the same protocol, multiple symptoms. We just ask that you keep students home, including fever, until they feel better and that they do get tested just as a precaution. And you can always forward me any information, any questions to my email, and I can definitely walk you through whichever, whatever you need me to. We do require face masks. The only exemptions we have right now for face masks are medical exemptions. So please contact me individually if you have questions regarding that. And other than that, I mean, we're just keeping up with the DESI protocols to make sure that we have the best plan in place for kids to stay in school and stay safe and stay healthy.
Thank you. And Ms. Spalding will also be here at the nurse's office on the second floor. If you have any questions, if you don't know where certain places are, definitely stop by the office and we will make sure you are going in the right direction. So one thing about collaborative PowerPoints is sometimes you put things in there and they in the wrong order. So this is on me, Ms. Butler, I see your face. This is on me, wasn't in there. So I wanted to just give a quick snapshot of the school and, you know, highlighting, obviously we are a preschool, the grade 5. This is 627 students and we are, you know, growing, as everyone knows. And we have our different programs. So I just wanted to have a slide that just outlines sort of what the school, what we were saying when we're talking about the Cunningham and the elementary school here. So on me, Mrs. Butler, I didn't mean to throw off the.
Sorry, I just know Kiana has just one more slide somewhere. So I think that maybe when we stumble upon it, she can just chime in again. Yep. And if anyone's speaking, if you're able to turn on your camera, if you're comfortable, that's perfect too, because then people can put a face with the name.
Hi, I'm Marty O'Keefe McKenna. I am the Family Outreach Liaison for the district. I hope all, but many of you have received emails from me and met me in person. I go to a different school each day, so I'm lucky to be here at Cunningham on Thursdays. You'll see me outside with my badge on that says Mrs. McKenna, because I don't want to be the best kept secret as the outreach liaison. So my jobs, I have lots of them. One is to welcome new families. This year, we have tried to publish a newsletter to send to all families because we aren't always able to connect on the phone. And it's just things that we think are going to be really important for you to know about Milton Public Schools and specifically the school that you're attending to. If families, we value a very strong homeschool connection, but sometimes with that, families need resources beyond school. And so I am kind of a resource and referral if folks are looking for something. Also, just, I don't know who to ask here at school. Who should I ask? I can point folks in the right direction. And then I play a very large role in preschool in finding peers for the peer spot and answering questions about registration, etc. So I just want to welcome everyone here tonight. I want to let you know I have a telephone number that's listed here, and also I'm available by email. So please don't hesitate to call or reach out to me or stop me on Thursdays if you see me here. And welcome to Cunningham Open House.
Thank you, Ms. McKenna. All right, introducing Ms. Henrik.
Hi, parents and guardians. First, I just want to start off saying how excited I am to be here at Cunningham. I'm enjoying getting to know the students as well as staff. Though it is my first year here in Milton, I come with 11 years of school counseling experience. And I know I'm a new face to the school community, and it's going to take me some time to develop relationships with all the students. So over the next few weeks, I will be teaching some social emotional learning lessons in all the classrooms. This will allow all students the opportunity to get to know me more face to face, and I will have the chance to reach all students and provide support. I'm here to provide any social and emotional support to any students when needed. So please don't hesitate to reach out via email or phone with any concerns or questions you may have regarding your child.
Thank you, Mrs. Henrik. All right, so this is where I messed things up. So we're going to go back to our nurse, Ms. Spalding.
I do apologize. My camera does not appear to be turning on. But hi again, Kiana Spalding. I'm the new nurse here at Cunningham. Just a quick overview. My main job is to keep your children safe here in school and able to learn. So some children may require medications. Some may require any special treatments. Please reach out if you have any questions for me on that. There is definitely certain protocols that need to be going through, but I'm willing, email, phone, does not matter. Please feel free to contact me. If your child is here at school and is sick, I will be following the same pre-screening checklist that you should be following in the mornings. So you might get a call from me if a teacher brings me a student that is sick. But it is just so that we can try to keep everybody safe. Other than that, I have plenty of masks here for kids. They come to see me every day for them. Some kids just come to say hi. But other than that, I'm just here as a resource and trying to get kids to stay in class as long as possible.
She's being modest. As you know, when the weather's a little wet outside, we are trying to always have them outside. We know that recess works best outside. So if they do have a slip or fall, Miss Spalding is the best at patching them right back up. And usually they're right back at recess before it's even over. So yes, the medical piece is important, but she's also there in a dime pinch if students, unfortunately, need to go see her from recess. Mrs. Butler.
Hi, everybody. My name is Bernadette Butler, and I'm the Assistant Principal and Curriculum Coordinator here at Cunningham. Tonight, out of respect for your time, I'm not going to spend a tremendous amount of time digging deep into the curricula we have at every grade level in every subject, because you will definitely be learning more about that tonight from your child's homeroom teacher and throughout the year. But what I do want to touch upon is that we are all here because we have some common goals for our children. We all want them to acquire the skills and the knowledge that they need to be successful academically through the curriculum that we provide here at Cunningham and in the Milton Public Schools. We want them to be excited about learning thanks to the tremendous effort of our fabulous Cunningham staff. And we want to make sure that they develop healthy, lasting, and positive relationships with one another and with the staff here at Cunningham. And we know that we can't do that work alone. So we do hope that you will be our partners throughout this process this year and every year that you're at Cunningham. We hope to keep the lines of communication open. So never hesitate to reach out to us in the main office, to your child's classroom teacher if you have a question, if you want to know how your child is doing. No question is too small. You are truly your child's first teacher, and you have a lot of information to offer us, the adults that work with your children every day. So please do not hold back. As promised, I won't go into detail tonight about the various curricula we use at each grade level, but here on this slide, you can see pictures of children at Cunningham this year engaging in hands-on and collaborative work that is fun. And that is something that we try to incorporate into every subject area at every grade level. Some of the materials and curriculum that you might hear more about tonight include Zigzag in GAFE and French Immersion, Reach for Reading for English Language Arts Instruction, Second Step Social Emotional Learning, Discovering Justice, and the new edition of Atlases for our social studies instruction, and more. You can hesitate, go right to the next slide. And here at Cunningham, we want you to know that we believe that behavioral expectations are just as important as learning expectations. So as you know, and John mentioned earlier, we do have the best students in the Milton Public Schools here at Cunningham, which makes our job a little bit easier. But we as a staff have made it a priority to catch students being good. And that's because we wholeheartedly believe that children respond better to positive reinforcement when they demonstrate an expected behavior rather than punishment for demonstrating unexpected behavior. And part of this includes explicitly teaching students what's expected of them in every area of the building. So you can see on this slide an example of a chart that's posted around our building that goes along with lessons that classroom teachers actually teach. And we have charts like this and lessons associated with it for every area, including the bus, the hallway, the cafeteria, the recess yard, the bathroom, the classroom, you name it. We are trying to teach those expected behaviors so that students can rise to the occasion and know exactly what to do. As John mentioned earlier, students may come home talking about these red cougar paws that they've earned. And the reason why they're earning these are because they are demonstrating these expected behaviors here at school. So hopefully if your child comes home with one of these, you can ask them what exactly they did. And we're hoping that they don't come back with, I was good, but maybe they can tell you something specific that they did to earn this. And that is the goal here. As John mentioned, we call names over the loudspeaker every week and recognize students that are consistently demonstrating expected behavior and reward them with recognition and with some fun prizes that we have here in the office. I'm going to pass it over now to the Cunningham PTO. I believe Brittany and Deb are hoping to speak tonight, and I think they have the ability to do so, and let me know if not.
All right. My name is Deb Lynch, and I'm here tonight to introduce myself and Megan Pillai as this year's PTO president. We're excited that PTO will be bringing back many of the fun activities that we've been able to do with the teachers and students in the past. If you're interested in learning more about the PTO and how you can get involved, you can email us at cunninghampto@gmail.com, or we will be, you can attend our first meeting, which will be Friday, October 22nd, following drop off. It'll be held just outside the gym. We are also going to be scheduling a second meeting for November for the evening, if that time works better for you. So we look forward to hearing from you. If you're interested in getting involved, keep your eyes out for our opportunities and what we have going on. And now Brittany Rist, who's our treasurer with Erin Burke, is going to speak about the first fundraising event, which we've recently kicked off.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Deb. I just wanted to give a quick reminder about our Kick-In campaign, which, as you guys all know, is especially our biggest fundraiser that we have going this year so far, because we haven't been able to do our past two May Madness Spring fundraisers for the past 2 years. So we are anticipating a lot more expenses this year, and every single dollar that you contribute goes 100% to the school and to the teachers and the kids. And all your donations are 100% tax deductible. And some of the things that your money might go to include student assemblies, field trips, teacher appreciation, technology and subscriptions, and all the positive behavior interventions and supports that Dr. Reddit and Bernadette just talked about. And if you have any questions, I will be around tonight, or feel free to send me an email and I can help you with anything that you might have questions with.
Thank you. I'm introduce Scott Farrell for the Milton Foundation for Education.
Thanks, Doctor. I apologize to everybody who can hear my kids in the background. I try to pretend like I have complete control over them, and I told them 4 times that a good chunk of the entire school may or may not be able to hear them in the background, but I think they're choosing to ignore me at this time. So quick apology for any feedback or background noise. My name is Scott Farrell. My wife and I, we have 2 kids at the Cunningham School, 3rd grade and 1st grade French immersion program. We're big fans of this school. We've had a great time. We were all the way here from pre-K. In addition to that, I sit on the board of the Milton Foundation for Education. And if anybody who's interested, shoot me a note, or I can always jump on a phone call. I love a good chit chat on a phone call. So feel free to reach out anytime if you want to learn more about it. The Milton Foundation for Education is a foundation that helps all 6 schools, not just the Cunningham School. And directly related, like when we get into the PTO, that directly relates to this one school. The Milton Foundation for Education represents all 6. So one of our big events is the Milton Monster Dash, coming on the, actually, I think, yeah, okay, the date's not on there. There it is. October 31st, Halloween Day, Sunday morning. It is going to be a race that was, due to COVID last year, was postponed. So this year, we're very excited to kick it off, hopefully in a very safe, socially distanced way, and everybody gets a nice, clean, healthy, sunny day is what we're really hoping for, because anybody remembers a couple of years ago, it was raining and cold, and it was tough on those days. So if anybody has any questions specifically about sponsoring the event, questions about the event, you can just Google it and find it anywhere online to sign right up through RaceWire. If anybody has any questions specific to the Milton Foundation for Education, please feel free to reach out to me directly about it. One thing I will say is there's some great programs that some of this money raises towards, and that's teacher grants, specific grants that teachers can reach out for the day-to-day operations of specialty projects, things of the $500 to $1,000 rate. It's a great way for money that we help raise through 1 or 2 events throughout the year goes directly back into each one of those schools. So if anybody has any questions, again, shoot me a note and have a great night. Thanks.
Thank you, Scott. But do we have is she here? Do we have Miss McCarthy?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yep,
Yep.
we can hear you.
Okay, great. Hi, everyone. My name is Joanna McCarthy. I'm here tonight for a few minutes to remind you about and/or to introduce you to Milton CPAC. Oh, sorry, my camera doesn't look like it's working. Well, let me just go forward. CPAC stands for Special Education Parent Advisory Council. Milton CPAC is a parent-run organization dedicated to providing information support, and advocacy to families with children with special needs and/or learning disabilities in the Milton Public Schools. There are approximately 800 MPS students on IEPs and 504s. This is about 20% of the student population in Milton Public Schools. So if you're a family with an IEP or a 504, you are certainly not alone. Darcy, Max, Sue, and I are CPAC school representatives for Cunningham, and me specifically also for MPS's preschool. Darcy is a parent of a 5th grader, and I have a preschooler at Cunningham. While we are both fairly new to the CPAC community, we have learned a lot from our fellow parents and families in this group about programs and services, about advocacy, and about how to navigate the world of special education in support of our kids. As school reps, our goals are to be liaisons between CPAC and the Cunningham community, and to collaborate frequently with Dr. Redden and team chairs Ms. LaPierre and Ms. Shimshak. CPAC meetings are open to all, and we encourage you to join. The council meets regularly and virtually for now. We plan 3 types of meetings mainly. One is a traditional monthly meeting run by the CPAC board focused on information sharing and planning, where part of the agenda is always to get updates from MPS's Office of Pupil Personnel Services. 2, we have parent speak meetings where families ask questions or share concerns, and we hold opportunities for networking. And 3, we also hold trainings and workshops for MPS families. So on the next slide here, I think 2 upcoming workshops CPAC is hosting are listed here. These are free and open to all. In particular, I want to highlight the first one, which we hope will provide a great introduction and review for families to the IEP, or Individualized Education Program. So that's it from me. You can find Darcy's and my email addresses on the first CPAC slide. Please do contact us directly for more information about CPAC, or if you're looking for more info and parent support regarding an IEP or 504 in your family. Thanks for your time.
I promise I wouldn't have a mute issue. All right, so right now we are running into the preschool start. So, and I know some families may be planning to start arriving at school. So I'm gonna go quick, but know that all of this information will be sent to you. So we wanna provide different opportunities for families to be involved, as I mentioned in the beginning. So you see that there's things from the MFE, there's the PTO meeting, we have the diversity and the cultural committee here, the site council we are meeting, and those are, for right now, we're doing them virtually. So if you ever want to stream in or participate in that, or want to commit to that, you can definitely reach out. We will send a link for some of these committees in the newsletter for you to sign up for, but I don't want you to feel like you're making a commitment at that time. If you just want to sort of be involved and participate either virtually, that is also fine. And we're gonna go more into detail. This is pretty much the outline of our newsletter that we're going to send tomorrow on Wednesday. So again, if you do have to leave, we're just going to quickly go through this right now. Please sign off on the handbook if you have not done so already. Thank you for using the forms online. If your students are going to be absent, going to be sick, or they're going to be late, or they have a change in dismissal, please continue to use those forms. We rescheduled the picture day to October 18th. Remember, if it rains, there is no inside option. So that's why we are just waiting for a sort of nice, hopefully sunny weather day so we can do those pictures. And when you arrive today, just a reminder, the main entrance doors will be opened at 6:50. The door number 3, which is the lower right doors when you're facing the school, will be open. And door number 12, if you ever drop off in the back of the school and drive all the way down the driveway, that door will be open. And we'll have staff available in the hallways to help direct you to the places that you need to go. Thinking lower grades are on the first floor and they go up through 5th grade. So the second floor is 2 and 3 for the most part. And then the third floor is 4 and 5. We will have virtual conferences that will be held on December 9th. Again, I went through this quickly. And Mrs. Butler wants to add one more point. And if you do need to go, we definitely don't want to hold you here. We will send all of this to you.
Yep, just a very quick reminder that tomorrow is National Walk or Ride to School Day. So if you do live close enough to the school to walk or ride to school, we do encourage that tomorrow and every day. And we will have some staff members outside tomorrow passing out bookmarks and stickers for students that walk or ride to school. You can always park and have them walk or ride just a little bit.
So hope to see many of you tonight. Reminder, if you do get lost, come right to the main office and we'll direct you, and there will be other staff in the hallways to help support you as well. Have a great evening. Thanks for attending tonight. Go right into welcome preschool families. Nice job, everyone. Brenda, you want to share your screen for the preschool one? So I don't get them confused.
Lights keep going off in here.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah. Just hit present so that part is the pretty parts up. That top screen with your beautiful picture.
All right, we're going to get started. First, I want to apologize for running a little over time. That was my mistake. It's always hard to gauge sort of how long presentations will take. The reason why we want to do a separate preschool presentation is because we understand it's not because you're separate. You are definitely part of Cunningham School, but we wanted to sort of address or sort of focus on some of the things that you may actually have questions about or be thinking about as you prepare for this evening, and make sure that you know the faces of who to reach out to if you do continue to have questions beyond this evening. So that's why we want to do a separate presentation. And I know moving forward, we do a lot of things collaboratively, including the sort of things that we bring into the school as far as for students. We want to make sure that preschoolers are participating in those events as well. So you could put it in present mode, or we can click it like that, that's fine. So I just keep going. Sorry, it's hard on 5 minutes with them. All right, so I just want to let you know that we have an amazing staff here at the preschool. They work very hard to provide engaging and rich opportunities for all students. Some of you have been here last year, and I know that last year was the first year we sort of worked and sort of changed the structure a little bit as far as 2 of the integrated preschool programs that coming in the morning on Wednesday. And then there were some communications that went out and people working with Ms. Shimshak. Just know that you can always reach out to our staff, but the goal and the focus is to provide opportunities, inclusive opportunities for all students in the classroom. And for our separate, we actually gave them larger classrooms, which we're very excited about this year. So that if you haven't been in the school yet, I'm sure the teachers have commented, or students may have mentioned that they have a lot more freedom, a lot more space in those classrooms, which we want to keep for them moving forward. So just like our integrated classrooms, they are in larger full-size classrooms. So we're very excited for that. I want to go to the important staff slide. There we go. Oh. Great. So these are the important staff. Some of them I'm going to speak to you shortly, but we want to make sure that you know sort of the faces in the district. Their emails are going to be first initial, last name at miltonps.org. You can reach out to the staff here at the Cunningham School, or if you have specific questions for them, feel free. And we want to make sure that you know that they're a resource for you as well. And I'm going to introduce Ms. Spalding, and I'm sorry if I'm speaking quickly. I want to respect your time and make sure that you can get here as close to 7:05 as possible.
Hello, my name is Kiana Spalding. I am actually new here to Cunningham this year, and I'm pretty much just here as a helpful hand. I know, especially with this group, you know, a lot of bumps, a lot of scrapes. Sometimes they just want to come say hi, and that's fine. but I am just here just as a resource, just to help get through the day, make sure everybody's staying healthy, and just making sure everybody's safe and able to learn here at school. There are some folks that have already spoken to me, just because kids do take medications and whatnot. And so if you have any questions about that, or you haven't spoken to me yet, please feel free to reach out via email or phone. And just in terms of for our COVID protocols, we do still follow this pre-screening checklist that can be found on the Milton Public School website. We just ask that if your child is not feeling well or has some symptoms, please keep them home, have them seen by the doctor. Just because that will keep everybody safe and healthy. Mask wearing, we have plenty of kid-sized masks here in the nurse's office. Kids always like to come up and grab some for the classroom. And we just have them do their best to keep it up, especially with this younger age group. I know it's a little tricky, but we are here to help facilitate that for everyone. And just a little more information on COVID-19. We are going to be starting the Test and Stay program. I know that's been a hot topic. And just to let you know, that will be starting on Tuesday, the 12th, so next Tuesday. And what that is for any in-school close contacts or any students that may seem symptomatic at school. They can be seen here and be tested here. And if you have any specific questions about that, please feel free to reach out. You do have to opt into this. So if you're not sure how to do that, reach out to me. I can definitely point you in the right direction for that.
Hi, everyone. I'm Marty O'Keefe McKenna. I am I feel like I always say this, but I'm the face behind preschool at miltonps.org, because most of our relationship from February to September is emailing from preschool at miltonps.org. So welcome to our youngest Cunningham families. We are here for you. One of my big roles is helping peers get connected at preschool to our pre-registration in January. And also those of you who may need resources beyond the classroom, we pride ourselves in a strong home family connection and home school connection. And so we want to make sure that you know that I'm here as a resource for you. I'm just going to take this opportunity because I have you, and I told Mrs. Butler, I'm just going to sneak in a little commercial break here. But for those of you who children will be going on to kindergarten, we will walk you through the process. Starting in December, I think, we'll start just checking in with you, telling you the next steps and whatnot. For those of you who are interested in spending another year with us, we will also take you through that process. So just be on the lookout in December for emails from preschool at miltonps.org, and we will take you through. You don't need to worry about anything. We'll take you step by step through things. So, but again, I can be reached at the easiest email for you to remember is preschool at miltonps.org, or call me on the phone. I'm happy to put you in the right direction or answer any questions you might have. So welcome tonight. Welcome to Cunningham.
So I'm speaking on behalf of the PTO tonight. We have Deb Lynch and Megan Pillai, who are our PTO presidents, and you can see their contact information here. We do encourage as many families as possible to be involved in the PTO, whether it is on a big role or a small role. We are doing our annual fundraiser for Kick In for Cunningham right now, and we would encourage you to consider a donation if you are able. You'll see more information from the PTO and in our Cunningham Connection newsletters in the future. And we do encourage as many people as possible to also attend our PTO meetings. All are welcome. The first one will be after arrival on October 22nd, right outside of the Cunningham gym. So if you're able and you're interested in learning more about the PTO, please don't hesitate to join us. We'll pass
Sorry
it
about
over.
that. Hi, my name is Scott Farrell, and with my wife, who's actually in the back corner there, we have two children that are in the school. They did pre-K before, love Miss Jess. We almost had a third kid just to keep with Miss Jess for a couple more years. I'm here today to talk about the Milton Foundation and specifically the Monster Dash Run. That is a run that helps raise funds for the science programs throughout all 6 schools in memory of Sam C. If anybody has specific questions about sponsorship is still available to be on the t-shirts marketed and everything to be a part of the event. But if people want to just run, you can just Google Milton Monster Dash and sign up to run. There is a fun race for the kids where we do different ones, different medals passed out, and then obviously a 5K throughout the town of Milton. In general, a quick note about the Milton Foundation for Education. It's a foundation that helps raise money for arts and science, math and science throughout the district. All 6 schools are helped raise funds through different teacher grants, through different needs that the district has through different events throughout the year. It is represented by parents, volunteers throughout the community, whether their kids are still in school or not in school. So if anybody had any interest, by all means, reach out to me and I can connect you with some other people on the board. And I hope everybody has a nice open house night. Thanks.
Hi, everyone. My name is Joanna McCarthy. I'm here tonight for a few minutes to remind you about or to introduce you to Milton CPAC. CPAC stands for Special Education Parent Advisory Council. Milton CPAC is a parent-run organization dedicated to providing information, support, and advocacy to families with children with special needs and/or learning disabilities in the Milton Public Schools. So there are approximately 800 MPS students on IEPs and 504s. This is about 20% of the student population in Milton Public Schools. If you are a family with an IEP or a 504, you are certainly not alone. Darcy Maxu and I are CPAC school representatives for Cunningham, and me specifically also for MPS's preschool. Darcy is a parent of a 5th grader and I have a preschooler at Cunningham. While we are both fairly new to the CPAC community, we have learned a lot from our fellow parents and families in this group about programs and services and advocacy, and about how to navigate the world of special education in support of our kids. As school reps, our goals are to be liaisons between CPAC and the Cunningham community, and to collaborate frequently with Dr. Redden and team chairs Ms. LaPierre and Ms. Shimshak. CPAC meetings are open to all, and we do encourage you to join us. The council meets regularly and virtually for now. We plan 3 main types of meetings. One would be traditional monthly meetings run by the CPAC board. Those are focused on information sharing and planning, where part of the agenda is always to get updates from MPS's Office of Pupil Personnel Services. 2 are parent speak meetings, where families ask questions or share concerns, and we hold opportunities for networking. And 3, we also host trainings and workshops for MPS families. So I think on the next slide here, we list 2 upcoming workshops CPAC is hosting. These are free and open to all. And in particular, I wanted to highlight the first one, which we hope will provide a great introduction and/or review for families to the IEP or Individualized Education Program. So that's it for me. You can find Darcy's and my email addresses on the first CPAC slide. Please do contact us directly for more information about CPAC, or if you're looking for more info and parent support regarding an IEP or a 504 in your family. Thanks very much for your time tonight.
Sorry, I'm having a hard time sharing my screen, but also unmuting. Here I am. My name is Bernadette Butler, and I am the Assistant Principal and Curriculum Coordinator here at Cunningham. In our preschool, we use the creative curriculum, which designs units thematically so that children can make natural connections to the world around them and build upon the new knowledge that they're acquiring. We know you'll hear more about this curriculum and what your child is doing on a day-to-day basis while you meet with your teachers tonight and throughout the year, so I won't dig too deep into it. But we do want you to know that this is a play-based learning, and that's exactly the way it should be with our youngest students at Cunningham. Oftentimes, preschoolers' work looks like play. One way that our teachers plan this type of instruction is through small group learning centers. These are typically small group learning activities that help students construct their own knowledge and are at each student's level. Centers in our preschool program range in topic including dramatic play, blocks, math, literacy, and more. And it's really a developmentally fun way for students to work together and with their teacher to build the skills and knowledge that they need to be successful. On these next two slides, you'll see quick images of students engaging in whole group lessons, independent work, small group centers, fine motor, and gross motor activities, and more. Here at Cunningham and in our preschool, we really do want every student to have opportunities to practice skills and gain independence at their own level and to feel successful and really start to love school from an early age.
So as a preschool families, we want to make sure that there are multiple ways that you can be involved here at the school. Some we've brought up today, sort of supporting the MFE, particularly with the race that's coming up, the PTO, either joining the PTO outright or coming to the meetings and looking for opportunities where you may, want to participate and be involved. We're thinking of how to best put on our Veterans Day celebration. And I know tomorrow it would be great if we have support for the Walk to School Day, which I think Ms. Butler is going to sort of end this presentation with. We always like members and representation of families on the site council, our diversity committee, because again, preschool is part of Cunningham. This is the first year we've ever sort of separated it. And it's just because we wanted to first introduce ourselves and make sure that you had the opportunity to get some targeted information that only pertains to preschool. So I hope you consider these opportunities and looking forward to working with you this year. Just like I said,
tomorrow is Walk and Ride to School Day. It's a national day that kind of gets us moving and get students to kind of get some more exercise and energy, and is also good for the planet. So if you live close enough to walk or ride to Cunningham tomorrow with your preschooler, we encourage you to do so. If you're not able, that's totally fine as well. But just letting you know that the Milton Public Schools will be celebrating that tomorrow, and we encourage you to take part tomorrow or any day that you're able.
And reminded, this will all be sent to you. So if you need to start transitioning to the school, that's perfectly fine. But just some quick housekeeping things. If you haven't signed the student handbook, please do so. Please, if you do have changes in dismissal attendance, make sure you're using the forms online. Also, the picture day is rescheduled for October 18th. So your teachers will communicate sort of what that's going to look like. If you're coming in the PEGAM program, we're still doing the picture day on that day. And also, you can also check the website for information at any time and for those links that I just mentioned. Conferences will be virtual this year, but we, again, are so happy that we're able to open the doors tonight and welcome you into the school. Conferences will be virtual because we think that provide a lot of flexibility. Not because we think we'll be in the worst place in December, but we thought that provided a lot of flexibility for families, especially working families during the time when we typically would be having conferences. So you don't necessarily have to like leave or take a half day and things like that.
And we will share these slides with you. And just a reminder, I'm sorry that it says back and front door dismissal options. We will take out the back door as preschoolers only exit through the front. Just a reminder too, to make sure that you have your blue Cunningham preschool placard visible on your dashboard as you enter the Cunningham driveway. As you probably have noticed, it's a busy place, especially in the morning with buses and vans. So just be sure you have that visible so that you know you've got a pass to come in.
And just so you know, we're doing the 3 presentations today. So we did modify this this morning. So you have the 7:05 presentation. You'll have another one that will start at 7:20, and we'll have the final one that starts at 7:45. So we did make some changes to provide flexibility for families that have multiple students, but also knowing that this presentation would likely turn into you potentially missing the first homeroom slot. So again, hope to see you this evening. Your best bet for when you come is to enter door number 3, which is already on the first floor. Your classrooms are very close to door number 3. So if you're facing the school, it's the lower doors on the right. And staff members will be there to help direct you to the classroom that you're going to. If you're in the separate program, so if you're in Miss Colleen or Miss Marissa, you should come through the main entrance, and we will have staff there to direct you to those 2 classrooms as well. So thank you for joining, or thank you for watching at a later time. Have a good evening.